Zelda 1 Randomizer Swordless Tournament that is coming up starting on February 4th. We are underway.
This is a pretty good start screen for the runners. They're in the forest, they have access to quite a few caves early, and they have access to 3 Armo statues.
Yeah, I like the starting location too for exactly the reasons you just mentioned now. So Thorwolf going to check the dead end at level 8. That looks like a door repair penalty. Some money on Jay Coper's side, 29 rupees. Not the greatest of medium secrets. You typically want to see that 32, 33 rupee range at the minimum. So we'll see if this turns out to be a poverty seed or if we're going to make up for it with the smalls and large.
Ooh, and that is a tough item to be on the coast. One of your permanent weapon options. The red candle.
Yeah, having the red candle on the coast makes it relatively unlikely that these runners are going to go after that. Of course, this is 8 Triforces. We need all 8 Triforces to complete the game here, and Ganon is going to be required.
And also remember, important items can be in 9, which includes that all-important wand.
That is correct, because since this is a swordless randomizer, instead of the sword that is able to do damage on Ganon, it is the tip of the magical wand that will deal the damage to the beast instead.
And everybody say hello to Overworld Wizrobes.
And also say hello to a poverty seed. Jay Coper just found the large secret in the vanilla location of the 100, and it's worth only 83 rupees, so spend your money wisely.
Now, there are a couple things that will help the runners out. The first is that because the Wizrobes are on the overworld, while getting into dungeons is going to be a pain, once they're in dungeons, they won't have to worry about spending a lot of bombs on Wizrobes, so the bomb upgrades, while still important, may not be, what's the word I'm looking for?
Vital.
Pressing.
Yeah, exactly. And Jay Coper's going to head for the graveyard. He's checking the Armo statue around here because there's a good chance that our item is going to be here. And it is the power bracelet, so we have quite the vanilla item here at near level 6.
So, the main thing the runners are going to be looking for is both the Armos item and dungeons.
Thorwolf just found the letter behind Monocle Rock, so if he shows that to the potion shop vendors, he'll be able to buy some potions. And as you can see, that blue candle, we don't have extra candles turned on, because behind the Take Any Caves, your choice is only the potion or the heart container.
So that potion may come in handy, given that this is a low money seed. I don't know if we could call it full poverty without having seen the small secret yet, and also that bomb price.
Hello, Brookie. If you're in chat, we've got some good prices for you. A nickel for a 4-pack of bombs. That is tremendous.
Especially given how important bomb management is, knowing that bombs are cheap and based on the any roads not too far from start is not a bad thing.
Not at all. And we do find our small secret. It is 8 rupees, so it's 829.83. So if anybody was born on 829.83, congratulations. You have won the Zelda Randomizer Lottery Jackpot.
Your reward is a door repair.
Exactly. Because that's how we do things here in the Zelda Randomizer Showcase. So, back to the race at hand. Anaginos finds a small secret of his own. He's got quite a few rupees to his name at 163, and Redbird's about to get richer himself, finding another medium secret. So he's got 153 rupees.
What I think we're going to see relatively soon from HN and Redbird, if they find an arrow shop, they may go ahead and just purchase the arrows.
And it would be an excellent play there also. As Thorwolf finds a bonus cave, he'll take this heart container. So if he finds one of those bomb upgrades, the Bombs Plus, he has a 2 in 3 chance of picking it up if it happens to be the white sword variety. So in theory, it's a 1 in 3 chance.
Now the runners do have some things that are going to help them out. We do have helpful hints on. So whatever hints they either purchase from shops or find from old men in dungeons will be truthful.
Yeah, that's right. And funny thing now, also, we're now 5 minutes into the seed, and we have still not found a level.
They're doing a pretty decent job of hiding today.
Absolutely, and they've done some good excavating already, and Redbird Grad, with that large secret, that's going to take him up to 236 rupees, so he's in blue ring territory if he decides he wants to make that purchase. I don't think he's going to make that purchase, but who knows?
I don't... The blue ring really doesn't... The blue ring is a weird purchase. If your money is good, then you're probably fine to purchase it, but knowing that things like bomb upgrades, arrows, and even potentially keys, maybe high priority items, it really just makes the blue ring not all that worth it in the long run.
Not that appealing of an option. Oh, and I get that. And speaking of not an appealing option, look at the price of those hints that Thurwolf just found. A 54 and a 60 to go with that 15. So 129 rupees to purchase all 3 hints. And behind that push block, that power bracelet in the Lost Hills, door repair penalty, and he's out of there before he loses his money.
Now, to be fair to that hint spot, it is close to start, so what the runners can choose to do is they can save, get all the hints, and then retry to get their money back.
Absolutely. It's a strategy that you see very often from Zelda Randomizer runners. And the door repair penalty that J. Cobra just got, it's 22 rupees, so quite on the steep side.
I think we might see an error purchase from the runners. I don't think we'll see a blue ring. We probably will see a bomb upgrade if they find one. And there's our other hints.
Aquamentus awaits with the ladder, so we now know that level 1 has the all-important ladder. Step over the water to reach the red candle. Unfortunately, that is old news for 8-Gen. Now he's going to purchase the third and final hint that says Gleeok returns with the silver arrow, so level 8 has the silvers to kill the beast.
That could be really good, and that could be really bad.
And speaking
but
of
level 8, so maybe we'll find out right.
In 8-Gen's case, it's really good. And we finally find a level 7 minutes and 10 seconds into this run. That's one of the longest times I've seen a 4-pack go that long without discovering a level. Amazing.
I'm going to guess that that means that there are quite a few levels underneath bomb spots. Because that seems to be the one thing the runners have not been very willing to do, and you generally don't like to do in Swordless, is you want to try to conserve your bombs, so opening bomb spots on the overworld sometimes is a little tricky.
Yeah, that's right. And as you can see from Edigenos' map here in level 8, we are dealing with vanilla first quest layout. So there's going to be 2 items here in level 8, both behind staircases, and there's going to be one other set of staircase that is going to be the transport staircase. 8-Gen finds the silver arrows almost immediately here in level 8. So if he decides to, he can try and find that second item if it's accessible.
And folks, if you've ever listened to me do commentary, you know that I try to come up with the trolliest possible situations, and my mind is going on that right now.
Where do you think the bow is going to be, Elstoa?
I think it's going to be bow and 9, which you need the raft to get, and then you need to get past the Goma to get the wand in another dungeon.
And something about threatening with the raft. Was that Manhandler? Heart Container's the other item in 8.
More than... If it's threatening with the raft, that would be Manhandler threatens with the raft.
Alright, so Redbird is now in level 4, and he did pick up the Triforce, so he is the first of our 4 featured runners here to find a Triforce shard. You need all 8 Triforces to get in there. Aquamentus awaits with the bow! It's the other item in 1.
Well, there goes that double dip 9 theory.
Yep, sorry about that, Elsoa, but that's the nature of the randomizer sometimes. Sometimes you get everything handed to you on a silver platter, sometimes you don't. And so far, it looks like the runners are going to get everything handed to them on a silver platter. But there's one thing I always like to say about randomizers, Elsoa. It's not how a seed starts, it's how it finishes.
Agreed. And there is also the factor of dig doggers and where the recorder is.
Absolutely, and J. Coper has found a new level. It is level 5. Werewolf finds another Take Any Cave. He'll pick up the Heart Container. So if he finds the bomb upgrade, the bombs plus, There's the Triforce shard for Jay Coper, so that's going to be his first Triforce piece. We'll see if he decides to dip back into level 5. And Adagino's 10 minutes in, the first to find level 9, and it is one screen east of the most furthest southwestern part of Hyrule, and that's a relatively difficult spot. Not difficult to get to, but sometimes runners tend to overlook that area. And there's one of the bombs plus, but unfortunately at 4 hearts, Adaginos is not able to get it.
So, we found level 9, we found level 5, we have found level 4, and we found level 8.
And we have just found the item here in level 4. What do we have here for Redbird? It is the wand!
Okay, well, folks, there is a term that is sometimes used in randomizers known as jet seeds. This is starting to look like one of those.
Yep, and there's the bombs plus for Jay Coper, same location that Adaginos was just in, but unfortunately, 5 hearts is not enough to pick up that one, so it's looking likely that that particular bomb upgrade is playing the role of Magical Sword.
It's very possible. We'll need to see a runner go back with 6.
Yeah, that's right, and look at the price of that Magical Shield, 178 rupees. I think it's pretty safe to say we're not going to see that being purchased by any of the runners. Obviously, in a poverty seed, I don't think you're going to see Magical Shield be purchased, even the cheapest one.
Absolutely, and so 8gen now has Wand and Silvers. He's one item away from what we are going to... Actually, no, because Ladder and Bow are both in level 1, there's really not a whole lot left that could block them in the seed, so we may have a very fast finish here.
Yeah, indeed. This is going to be very, very close to go mode here, So the only thing that could stop these runners is the recorder, and there is the bomb upgrade for Redbird Grad, but he unfortunately finds the bad news. The 5 hearts are not enough to pick up that one, and he may be thinking to himself that that potentially could be the Magical Sword flavor of the upgrade.
I do think we're going to see the runners check it right before they go into 9 if they don't get it beforehand, just because it's right there.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, it's right next to level 9. You can't miss it. Yeah, if they don't come back to it sooner, yeah, you're definitely going to see them come back to it. Unless, of course, they find the other bomb upgrade before then, and they can pick it up at less than 10 hearts.
Redbird just got his information that the silver arrows are in level 9. So, level 8, rather.
Yep, that's right. And Thorough finds a small secret at the coast. He's got 241 rupees. Jay Coper found the Triforce in level 4, so he's got 2 pieces on his side of the board.
And really, I think this seed is going to be less about the items and more about how you route the overworld.
Oh yeah, routing is going to be key for all 4 of these runners, because we know how capable all 4 of these runners are. These are 4 of the best in the business here, folks. They are trying their luck at Swordless, and right now, as we are projecting, we could see first place be sub-out.
And also bear in mind that because Wizrobes are not in dungeons, that gives them a lot more flexibility on their bomb counts, especially having that wand so early.
Oh, definitely. And Adaginos has also found his power bracelet, so all 4 of our featured runners are now in possession of the croissant, and now Redbird Grad is going to be in possession of the silver arrows needed to kill the beast, as Jay Coper is now about to discover the valuable information that these runners have already figured out.
Shoutouts to the hints, by the way. The hints in this have been absolutely excellent purchases.
And also, you didn't need the book to understand what these old men were saying. That is one of the possible flags that you can have in a Zelda randomizer, where all of the Hylians say the exact same gibberish message, and the only way to understand what they're saying is to grab the book. And because that's not a thing, you're not going to see runners pick up the book.
You know, I like that Dig Dogger in that 4-turret room, because that could be a Triforce room.
Indeed, and as I was going to mention before, I kind of went on a different tangent. That is the one thing that could prevent us from being in go mode, is that recorder. And if that's the case, recorder's not going to be a 9.
And it would be the same with if... Well, yeah, actually, there isn't anything that the recorder could block that the runners need at this point. We know where the ladder is, we know where the silvers are, we know where the wand is, we know where the bow is.
Yeah, at this juncture of the game, also, it's just a matter of finding all 9 of the levels. And now Adaginos is about to find out about the rest of these hints, knowing about the bow being a level 1. So now he knows he just has to find level 1, and he's going to be in go mode.
And I think, I don't recall if he picked up all 3 hints or just the 1 hint, but if he only picked up the 1 hint, that makes sense, given what's now known about.
Yeah, absolutely, also. And Adaginos finds another bonus cave, and he's already up to 8 hearts, so he's 2 hearts away from potentially guaranteeing himself a bomb upgrade. Again, if we believe that the bottom left bomb upgrade near level 9 in the southwestern region of Hyrule is the magical sword version of the bomb upgrade. There's bombs plus. Well, Thorwolf can't pick it up level 6, so that is not the magical sword. The magical sword's on Candle Row, so you needed 6 hearts to pick up that particular bomb upgrade.
Now, Laws, there is one thing that we can talk about, how the runners are in go mode, they can do all this stuff. Their key counts right now are insanely low.
Yeah, no one has a key except for Adaginos, and Jay Cobra just found a key next to that Dodongo here in level 8. And there's another one. So talk about keys, and the situation presents itself.
What we could very well have is a situation where the runners, they are effectively in go mode. Ooh, that's not a good bomb upgrade.
Yeah, we were talking about the bomb upgrade. That is 1 rupee above the vanilla price, and all he got was the minimum bomb upgrade of 2. So unfortunately, even though it's going to give him 10 bombs, he's probably thinking, oh, I should have spent that money on something else. But that is the risk you take when you purchase that bomb upgrade. For those of you who've never seen Zelda Randomizer, we have shuffled the bomb upgrade price. It's anywhere between 75 and 125 rupees. And when you purchase that upgrade, you get anywhere between 2 and 6 extra bombs. Unfortunately for Redbird Grad, he has discovered that the bomb upgrade is the minimum extra.
Thorwolf is in level 5. He's going to pick up his triangle. That'll be his first. He does not yet have the wand, as he has not been to 4 yet.
Yeah, level 4 is the location of the wand, which again is one of the items you need to beat the sea, because only the wand will do damage to Ganon in Swordless Randomizer.
So the interesting thing about what they're seeing right now, the one level that we're missing any sort of knowledge of is level 2.
Level 2 has that item on the ground, and we have not even discovered it. Now, here is the raft for Adaginos in level 3. Again, we knew that it was going to be the raft via the hints. Raft could be required, considering we haven't found a level 2, level 6, level 7, or level 1 yet.
You know, I'd actually be kind of okay with the magic key being in level 7. Simply to see if there is a hint that the magic key is in level 7 and it happens to be there. It'll be interesting to see if the runners decide to try to dig it out so that they don't have to worry about keys in 9.
Yeah, you're hoping that the item that is going to prevent level 9 from dooming these runners, if it's a potential key star of level 9, is that the magical key is in 33 rooms of pure destruction. And now Thorwolf has the knowledge of where the silver arrows are, and he's going to find level 8 right about now.
To answer the question in chat, the heart colors were introduced in the latest version of the beta, which is what the runners are currently running on. However, we expect that it will be an official release by the time of the tournament starting. Which, the tournament starts next week, and we are currently accepting signups through, I believe it's the 31st? It's either the 31st or the 1st of February.
31st, yes. The 31st is when we are continuing to accept registration for the tournament. Tournament starts on February 4th, and so far we have 39 players in the tournament. It is going to be a Swiss-style format, as we have traditionally done in the past Zelda Randomizer tournaments.
However, I do believe, as a departure from past tournaments, the Swiss portion of the tournament is for the bracket seeding. But unless I am mistaken, all the runners that are in the Swiss portion will be in the brackets.
Ah, interesting. Redbird decided to explore the rest of level 8. He has found the second item, which again we knew from the hint that it is the heart container. So Redbird is now up to 7 hearts. Werewolf finds his silver arrows here in level 8. So all 4 of our feature runners now have the silvers to kill the beast. Adaginos finds level 2. As does Jay Coper. So we are looking for an item that is going to be on the ground. It might just be there right for the taking. You may have to full clear a room, or it might be consumed within an enemy's body, like, say, a pancake.
Also, for those of you that were hoping for a Dig Dugger Blocked 8, we do not have that, as Redbird has gotten the Triforce out of 8. It was just guarded somewhere in the south side.
Yeah, so at the moment so far, also, this is definitely not a TGE Schadenfreude-approved seed up to this point.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet is the key, because as I had mentioned earlier, not how a seed starts, it's how it finishes, as Adaginos finds the map in level 2. There's the Triforce, so he's still looking for the item, and Thurwolf finds the second item in level 8, so he's going to get his heart container.
You know, I think with the knowledge the runners have, probably the 2 main items that they'd be looking for are the Recorder and the Magic Key, especially given that we've already seen a couple Dig Doggers.
Now both runners, Jay Coper and Adaginos, are in the same room, and unfortunately, it is fruitless. There is no drop there. About this room, well, there are some bombs that'll top off Adaginos at 8.
And more killer bunnies.
Yep. Now, in these flags, the enemy HP is normal, so it's the normal 10 HP or 5 hits with the wand's tip. And yes, you have to hit it with the tip of the wand. You can't do a long-range attack, or they will just deflect it. So you have to actually get up close and stab it with the end of that wand.
However, lucky for us, the wand's hitbox is so egregiously large that you can be pretty much anywhere close to it and you'll hit it.
Redbird finds a heart container in level 5, and that's going to take him up to 9 hearts now. Gleok returns by a lake, which is no help to any of these runners. We've already all discovered level 8 at this point.
Thurwolf has now discovered level 9. He will find that bomb upgrade very soon, and he will be able to pick it up.
That's correct. This is the white sword version, so with his 8 hearts, he's going to get that bomb upgrade, an extra 2 bombs. So it's more than bombs, it's bombs plus. I had to do the reference there the one time. Oh, look at this! It's the magical key for Adaginos!
Man, this is, okay. Here's everything. How fast can you do it?
Pretty much. So every possible Trollius thing you wanted to see in this seed has bombed.
So does that mean I can request double boomerangs at 9 and have a shot at that happening?
It's still going to happen. Now remember, we haven't discovered level 1, level 6, and level 7. And again, for all we know, they could be blocked. I don't think we've checked any of the raft spots, and of course, Recorder Lake could very well be required as Adaginos gets the Triforce out of level 2. That's going to be his 3rd Triforce piece. He's tied with Redbird in that department.
I got one more shot at something trolly before I'm just going to call it quits, and that's Recorder in 7.
Right.
The latter 2, Recorder Lake 1.
Something, level 7's got to be involved in some way or another. Well, we'll see if that comes to fruition here. Redbird's about to discover the other bomb upgrade, but unfortunately with his 9 hearts, he's going to discover that that's the magical sword variety, so he's not going to get his +2 bombs there.
And I think that's a spot that unless there's a compelling reason for the runners to go back there, they'll just skip it.
Right. And J. Cobra did find his magical key and the Triforce out of level 2. Redbird finding a cheap bomb shop here, so he'll top out his magazines at 10 bombs.
What I find interesting is all 4 of our featured runners so far have...
Hey, look at this.
Kind of taken similar routes. Oh, never mind. Wait, level 6.
J. Cobra found level 6, and it happened to be behind the Forgotten spot. So that just leaves
interesting
us...
about this... Oh, go ahead.
That just leaves us now with 1 and 7.
What I find very interesting is that all 4 of our featured runners, even though they've had echoes of following the same routes, because they all have the wand, they all have certain Triforce pieces, their routes really have varied quite a bit in the long term.
How interesting. And there's level 7. Adaginos has just found it.
What awaits in the belly of the beast?
Yep, 33 rooms of pure chaos here, and we've got some wall masters.
You know what we haven't seen yet? That would be kind of fun to see, even if it's not required.
A bait block.
Yes.
Yep, the bait block could impede any of these runners' progress. It doesn't happen very often, but when it happens, it usually results in some hijinks. That's for sure. We're going to get his letter, 26, almost 27 minutes in. So if he finds a potion shop, the merchants show it to them. He can buy some potions with 195 rupees. That's plenty of money to do so. Here's the transport staircase. So the next staircase that Adaginos finds here in level 7, that indeed will be his item.
And Redbird opted to buy a key.
Well, he only had 1 key. I mean, he doesn't know that the any key is in level 2 because he has not discovered level 2 yet, but I don't fault Redbird for that purchase.
No, not at all. It's interesting to see how the runners react to their key situations differently. Because I believe he's the only person that yet has bought a key.
Right, and we have found the Triforce here in level 7, so Adaginos is now up to 4 Tringles, and level 7 was Raft blocked. So Raft was needed for this seed, so there's a little bit of trolliness here.
Okay, let's just get that recorder in 7 and get that 1 at Recorder Lake, and we're good.
There you go, so... See, we still might salvage a little bit of trolliness in this seed. It's still possible.
Do you think this seed is Tom Cruise approved?
Absolutely, because if this is a judge seed, that means he feels the need for speed. Not to mention that he was the star of Days of Thunder, so yeah, I think this is definitely Tom Cruise approved.
Thorolf has pulled extracted the Triforce out of level 6. I did not see if he picked up an item, and I have not seen J. Cobra pick one up either yet.
No, he didn't pick up the item in level 6, and he's just going to let it go. And for all we know, it's probably not going to be a item that's going to help him out. But you never know. That recorder is still at large. J. Cobra may have found the item, though. He has, and it is the recorder. So another theory shot down. It's not in 7.
Yeah, but... close enough.
Well...
It's only off by 1.
You're close. I mean, level 6 is still relatively large. Was it 25, 26 rooms? So, I mean, that's a relatively trolly place to have a recorder here, if it indeed is proven to be required.
We're only missing level 1 at this point, aren't we?
Correct. And, of course, level 1 does have the ladder and the bow. That is true. We're down to 4 items that we have not discovered. Unfortunately, Adaginos is about to discover, as he's just bought the bomb upgrade, that he's only going to get an extra 2 bombs, so not much boom for his buck.
Well, based on how the seed has treated us so far, I'm gonna say, because I haven't seen any of the runners go to the southeast coast yet, I'm just gonna say that one is on the southeast coast, and Death Mountain won't be necessary.
And J Cobra gets the Triforce out of level 6. Thurwolf gonna get the Triforce out of level 2. He's gonna go back. No, he's not gonna go back into level 2. So he's gonna leave behind the magical key, and that play could come back to haunt him if, again, level 9 is one of those key-starved dungeons.
And he also left the recorder in 6, so he's not going to have the recorder to be able to get back to dungeons quickly if he wants to get keys that way.
Yeah, and if level 1 indeed is recorder blocked, then yeah, that is really going to hurt him. Thurwolf hitting the Gamblematic 9000. He knows he is behind, so he's got to take some risks here, but leaving the recorder in level 6 potentially could be fatal. We'll see.
You know what I have not seen yet in this seed?
We haven't seen any muggers. Are we dealing with muggers?
I don't believe we're dealing with muggers. I can check that.
Okay.
We also haven't seen a hard ladder block yet.
We haven't seen a ladder block. That is weird. Usually in a full-blown 8 Triforce seed, ladder is required around 99% of the time. So yeah, considering we have not seen a ladder block, this potentially could be a ladderless seed. But again, with ladder being a level 1, I don't see no one missing the ladder, but who knows?
Speaking of level 1, J Coper's in there now.
And where was it? I actually missed it.
I also missed it.
Not Recorder Lake. Recorder's not required unless a Dig Dogger is gobbling up the Triforce here in level 1. So all the potential trolls just about throw them out the window. So the Gamblematic 9000 is going to pay off for Thurwolf. He'll be able to find his level 1.
Unless... No, wait, that's a Patra. Never mind. We will not have a Dig Dogger in level 1.
That's right, because we are seeing Patra Wayne in level 1 and not in level 9. We will, of course, see Patras in level 9, of course, but because of that, we're not going to see any other kinds of entities. But, of course, we might see those very annoying, fast-moving Landmolas, but let's just hope that's not a thing.
Oh, to answer the question you had raised, we actually are dealing with Mugger Rooms.
Okay, so there are anywhere between 1 and 3 of those. Leave your... There's the other bomb upgrade, and J Copra is going to avoid it, wisely so, because little does he know, it's only going to give him 2 extra bombs. Of course, he may be just saving it for after he clears some of these other rooms. Which, another nickel here, I wonder if that's going to make him change his mind. Let's see.
I mean, he is nearly capped on money, so...
He'll buy it.
Yep. And there is a school of thought that in pretty much any seed, but especially in the swordless seeds, it's better to go ahead and spend your money lest you lose it to door repairs.
Correct. And there's a heart container on J Coper's feet, so he's now up to 10 hearts. He and Redbird have a 20% chance of picking up that second bomb upgrade if they decide to make that play. We'll see. By the way, we're almost 33 minutes in. I'm going to go over the item recap that we've discovered at this point. Level 1 has the ladder and the bow. Level 2 has the magical key. Level 3 has the raft. Level 4 has the wand. We don't know what is in level 5. Level 6 has the recorder. We don't know what is in level 7. Level 8 has the silver arrows and the heart container. The Armo statue item is the power bracelet, and the ladder item on the coast is the red candle. The 4 items still at large are both boomerangs, the book, and the red ring.
So, I've noticed a little interesting thing going on here. 8 Gen is the only one of our runners that has been into and has gotten the Triforce out of level 7. The other runners have not seen it yet. He's also the only runner that has not gone up to Death Mountain yet to find level 1.
Yeah, Redbird Grant is the only other runner who is eligible to go into level 7, because again, level 7 is Raft Block. J Coper and Thurwolf have not found level 3 yet. Thurwolf's about to discover, as is J Coper, one of the 2 items is it bow or ladder. It's the bow.
They got a D.
And actually, as we can see on Thurwolf's tracker, he had already discovered the ladder. J Coper has not found the ladder at this point.
I'm guessing because it was the floor job. We're hearing from chat that J Coper does have it. It probably was just on top of his feet.
Yep, just like the heart container. If that's the case, that means both of the drop items that were important, the heart container and the ladder, ended up being on his feet. What is he, playing Super Smash TV?
Hey, maybe the guy just likes to walk over things.
It's kind of funny because when I watch a Brycelf do his Super Smash TV runs, it seems like the drops that he doesn't want to see land on his feet, particularly those grenades. So that's just so funny there. Thurwolf and J Cobra did get the Triforce out of level 1. J Cobra now has 5 pieces. Thurwolf has 4, but he is a little bit behind our 3 other featured runners.
You know, you were talking about grenades earlier. 8gen is now bombing up Death Mountain. He will find level 1 in about 30 seconds here. Maybe less? Probably less. Probably closer to 10.
That's correct. In fact, right now, he's going to find level 1. He's going to get his bow. He's going to get his ladder. And he's going to be in go mode officially. Except he hasn't found level 6 yet. Again, level 6 is at the forgotten spot. Because he's got to get that Triforce out of level 6.
It is very possible we could see a sub 50 in this scene.
Well, absolutely, because these 4 runners here are not the only 4 runners that are in this particular seed. We have a lot of other spectacular Zelda 1 randomizer runners not featured here who are also partaking in this race. As J Cobra finds another Take Any Cave, he's up to 11 hearts, so there's a 40% chance he could pick up that Bombs Plus at Candle Row.
And Thurwolf has now found level 3. He is going to get his raft, which we know is necessary. He does not yet.
Yeah, the raft is absolutely required. Thurwolf right now, if he just finds that raft, he's going to be in a very strong position. He's not out of this race yet by any stretch of the imagination, but oh shoot!
And remember, everybody, level 9 loves to have all those left turns to Albuquerque.
Yep, that's correct. Level 9 being known as the Great Equalizer. It's going to have 57 rooms, and everybody knows the map of level 9, but where do we have to go to get to the rooms we need? Is it magical staircases? Do we have to play Hyrule's favorite game show, Find the Bomb Hole? That remains to be seen.
Or both.
And Genos finds his bow. He already picked up the ladder as well, so all he has to do is pick up the Triforce here in level 1, and he'll have his 6th triangle on his side of the board.
And Redbird Grad is right behind him coming in.
Oh yeah, Redbird Grad, he is starting to turn on the afterburners here. He's about to find where level 1 is, but he still needs to find level 7. Thurwolf has his raft, so now he is officially in go mode. J Cobra is in level 3 himself. He'll be in go mode once he gets his raft.
I think what's interesting is if you look at how these runners have routed, they pretty much only have the locations left where their dungeons are.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I think I would not be surprised if all 4 of our featured runners are entering 9 within a minute of each other.
It wouldn't surprise me. This is going to come down to level 9. I mean, and all 4 of these runners, as good as they are all capable of claiming victory here tonight in the showcase.
And I think the main thing to watch will be the key situation, especially for Redbird and Thurwolf.
Yeah, that is correct, because both Redbird and Thurwolf bypass the floor item in level 2, which again is the magical key. Don't know the items in levels 5 or 7, and knowing Redbird Grad's history of disliking level 7, I highly doubt he's going to pursue the item there.
And especially given that he is in go mode, it would be even more surprising to see it.
We have found out the price of potions, as we do have a drugstore at the Northeastern Raft spot. 35 for the Pepsi, 62 for the Coke. So both below their vanilla prices, but by just a little bit, it is a Coke day here.
And to answer the question in chat, the question was asked, isn't wand easier to play with than sword? You always have beams. The problem is, the sword beams will always be able to hit any enemy that the sword can hit. The wand beams do not affect certain enemies such as Pole's Voice, Dark Nuts, and Wish Ropes.
And also Patra.
Uh-oh.
Chat Yeah, making up a very good point there. Jay Coper picked up the Triforce before he saw the item in level 3, and because of that, Jay Coper is going to fall behind the rest of the runners, because again, you need the raft to get the Triforce out of level 7. It's the only way. So Jay Coper going to find out that Recorder Lake is not going to hide in a level. Instead, it's going to hide a door repair penalty. A door repair penalty in the lake. I hate those so much, Elsoa.
I mean, you put your pool in a location where I could blow a whistle and drain it. That's kind of
Okay, fair point. Fair point. Throw-off now in level 7.
And Coper heading straight back to 3.
Wow, good instincts on his part. He must have just about everything else marked on his map, so he knows he's got to go back to a dungeon and pluck out an item here, and he has picked the right one. He's going to get his raft that'll give him access to level 7.
And 8gen is in 6.
The Wolf is in 7. He found the transport staircase. Now, again, what we saw on 8gen side of the board, the Triforce appeared before he found the item. So if Thorwolf takes exactly the same kind of ideal path, well, maybe there's a reason why we didn't see the item out of level 7. It might be ladder blocked.
It is certainly possible. Redbird going to pick up his ladder. He will pick up his bow in about 15-ish seconds here.
He's going to get the bow right here behind this corridor staircase, and he's just a tringle away once he gets the one out of level 1 from entering level 9. And Jay Cobra's going to get his raft, and he'll be eligible to go into level 7.
And I would fancy a guess that, given what Redbird has left, he may still have a couple spots on Death Mountain, then he's probably going to go straight for the raft spots.
Those are the only spots that he has not marked off, and I'm not 100% sure about the Recorder Lake. Again, we know that's a door repair penalty, and H.N. going to take his shot at the three-headed Gliok, and he is going to fall down. Back to start he goes. Thorwolf, meanwhile, dancing.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, Thorwolf dancing with the blue Goma here, and he's going to go past this locked door and finds Goma creeps by a lake, which is not going to really help him much.
So, deaths are something that aren't often talked about, but when you've got runners of this caliber, every single death matters.
Oh, absolutely, and there is a free 10 rupees for Thorwolf and a pack of bombs that he doesn't need at the moment. He's already got the maximum 10. Could this be our item behind this mall dorm? No, because of the shutter door. That ain't it.
You know how it is. Them shutter doors always stopping you from getting your items.
Well, in Second Quest, it's actually a little bit different. I know there are some rooms in Second Quest where you can have a shutter door and it's still a pushable block.
I believe so? I haven't played Second Quest in long enough that I could verify, but I do know that there are rooms that have drops in them that have push blocks.
Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
It's very possible.
Nice shot there from Jay Coper to take down the manhandler. And 8gen gets his Triforce.
Yep, he's picked up the Triforce in 6. He is 1 away. Both him and Redbird. And he knows where level 5 is. He's making a beeline straight for it.
And Jay Coper taking down this Dark Dun room.
And it looks like Redbird is going to make a play for East Death Mountain before he goes check the raft spot. Which, not the worst play in the world, seeing as you're already up here.
Yeah, and he's already checked most of the Death Mountain spots. You don't want to leave a stone unturned, so you can't fault Redbird for making this decision. It's going to be the wrong decision, but you can't fault him for making that decision.
Wait a minute. Has 8gen not seen level 5 yet?
Maybe he hasn't.
Oh, that's an interesting development then.
If that's the case, then he's in a little bit of trouble, but you can put that trouble away. He found it.
This is turning out to be quite the close race. I mean, it's been close the entire time, but it's getting even closer as we approach 9.
Oh, no doubt about it. Thurwolf exited level 7. He decided not to go after the item, and if J. Coper continues to follow the path he's on, and Adaginos finds the Triforce in level 5 immediately, so now just under 45 minutes, he's now eligible to go into level 9. He's going to make that play right now. Let's see if he decides to make a stop at the bomb upgrade right next to level 9. I would imagine he's going to.
Yeah, I mean, it's effectively a free bomb upgrade at this point. You might as well. Even if it's not, it costs... the amount of time that you spend checking it is worth it even if it's not.
Right. And yep, 8gen is going to check on the bomb upgrade. He will be delighted to know it is the white sword version, so he's going to get 2 extra bombs, taking him up to 12 bombs maximum, which could very well help him out. Could be the difference maker of winning the seed. So 45 minutes, 37 minutes in, 8gen, first to level 9. Alsoa, what are we looking for?
Oh, there are 2 things we're looking for. We're going to be... Well, 3 things, actually, we're looking for. We're going to be listening for the Roar of Ganon. While his walls may be bomb-proof, they are not necessarily soundproof. If you hear the Roar of Ganon, you will know that he is in a room adjacent. You're going to be looking for a shutter door that does not open if all the enemies are killed, or conversely, if Ganon has been killed, a shutter door that opens regardless of if the enemies are in the room or not. The third thing they're going to be looking for is the compass. That will be just a normal floor drop, and you will need to clear a room in order to get it, or maybe not.
Well, I gotta tell you something else. So, a little bit of trolliness in this seed. You know that 6 hearts was needed to grab the white sword bombs plus. J.
Yes.
Cobra just checked the other one at 12. That's not enough.
Well, better get hearts.
So you need either 13 or 14 to get the second bombs plus.
And Thurwolf may actually be our second person into 9. He's heading there right now.
Yeah, so looks like yeah, and Thurwolf, don't forget that in the tournament last year, early 2018, he was the runner-up to Crystal Saber. So yeah, Thurwolf definitely has been around the block. So he's in a good position as he enters level 9, 4707 in. Oh, but look at this. 8gen just found the compass in level 9. He knows exactly where Zelda is.
The question is, what is the path there?
Yeah, easier said than done.
Exactly, especially if there's a magic staircase involved.
Now, his resource count looks extremely good. The only thing is, and luckily for him, it's a Guerrilla set, not the worst set in the world. But of course, you still gotta watch out for Patra. Does 2 hearts of damage.
As well as Ganon, whose Hyrule drivers deal about 4.
Yep, that's right. And what kind of room is Ganon going to be in here tonight? Is he going to be in an easy room, or is he going to be in one of those goofy Chevy rooms that nobody likes?
And bear in mind, we still have not seen a ladder block yet.
That's true, but we did see a Chevy room here in level 9, so if... Well, Kidnap awaits in southwest of Skull. Of course, we know that on 8gen side of the board, but throw up that is knowledge for him because he has not found the compass yet.
Jacob, we're going to pick up another bomb upgrade. I believe he's actually purchased both.
Yeah, you're right. He has purchased both bomb upgrades because he's not gone back to level 9 to get the bombs plus. So yes, you are correct about J. Coper. He purchased... Now, did we just found the item in level 7?
Yep, it was the wooden boomerang, and here's Ganon.
Yes, indeed, and it is in the double river room. So we need 8 hits from the wand's tip to take down the beast. A Hyrule driver is going to cost him 4. He's got the stun lock. He lost the stun lock. And now he's down to his last half a heart. 1 more hit, and he's down for the count. Unfortunately, he gets the left side teleport. And down goes 8gen. Back to start he goes. That is a tough break.
Ganon wins round 1. Thurwolf is not too far away from him. But is there a path?
That is the 64,000 rupee question. Is there a path from where Thorwolf is to get to both Zelda's room and Ganon's room? So right now, 8-Gen has the upper edge, but Thorwolf gaining on him.
And as we're talking about that, Jay Coper picks up his final Triforce piece. He will be heading to 9 within minutes.
Yes, indeed. And Redbird took a completely different path that the other 3 took, and that is the reason why he has fallen behind. He has to take the staircase. And another death for 8-Gen in level 9. Back to start he goes again. And Jay Coper, he's in the running, folks. He is in the running. This is a 3-way race at this point.
Well, hold on. Redbird's about to get his Triforce out of level 7. It's about to become a 4-way race.
And we have found one of the items in level 9. It is scrap metal, the magical boomerang. So we're down to 2 items. Well, the red ring is either in 5 or 9. And red ring could help. You never know. It could help.
Absolutely. Just to go from 9 hearts to an effective 36.
Absolutely here. Thorwolf trying to find the path to both Ganon and Zelda. So yeah, he's going to check staircases here again. 8-Gen knows practically where everything is at this point. He just needs to execute. Jay Cobra's in level 9, and Redbird Grad going to be right behind. So, as you had mentioned, we now have ourselves a 4-way race. All 4 of our featured runners about to be in level 9 at the same time. That is something you don't see every day, folks. Of course, before Redbird goes into level 9, he's going to make this quick pit stop, get his 2-bomb upgrade for free, and he'll make his play into level 9 himself. And round 2, here's Ganon. Let's see how 8-Gen does.
This is the point. If there was ever a point where deaths mattered in the course of this race, this is it.
Absolutely. There's 4. Stunlock. Lost it at 5. Needs 3 more hits to take down Ganon. He's got to be careful. Hyrule Driver, he is down for the count.
Absolutely. Ganon not being the most cooperative at the moment.
But down goes the pig. 8 hits for Adaginos. He's going to get the Triforce of Power. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got Bacon.
Now, I don't believe he has a path to Zelda, although based on his movement, he might.
To answer the question in chat, nope, it's vanilla level 1 dungeon layouts. No shapes this week.
Redbird is in the vicinity of Ganon right now. But is there a path?
And is there enough time for Redbird Grad to catch up? Because 8-Gen is trying to find that path to get to Zelda's room. Zelda being the queen of hide-and-seek when it comes to level 9. And unfortunately, 8-Gen, it looks like he has found himself a dead end. It is. There's no way to bound to the south.
And Redbird is a couple rooms away from Ganon, but he is going to take the stair as Jay Coper is fighting Ganon.
He's got a lot of health at his disposal. He needs 8 hits with the wand, but he's taking a Hyrule Driver. He's down to 7 hearts. He needs 7 more hits to take down the pig. There's 2.
Takes another fireball. He's down to 6
4.
hearts. He's got it.
Got the stun lock. 7, 8. Down goes Ganon. More Bacon on Jay Coper's side of the board. He'll get his Triforce of Power. So now the race to the princess is on.
And 8-Gen has gone back to where he was.
He's trying to find that path, and Adaginos... I was going to say, that's the right thing to do. Use the Silver Arrow and shoot that old man, because, come on, I know that's where Zelda is. I'm trying to find the path.
We may be in a magic staircase situation, folks.
Oh, yes, indeed. And, of course, one disadvantage Jay Coper has on Adaginos, he does not have the compass, so he doesn't know exactly where Zelda is.
Redbird and Thorwolf both trying to make their way to Ganon.
Boy, this is going to be one heck of a photo finish here. Silver the Kill the Beast lies elsewhere. Is he going to give him another Silver Arrow? Nah. Gonna let him go this time.
And
there's the
Redbird
bait block.
Coming down from the other side. Redbird is in the right section of 9 for Ganon again.
Holy smokes. But Adaginos closing in on Zelda's room. If there's a shutter door to the east here, this is it. No!
And he can't go to the right because of the chute.
Wow, level 9, living up to its great equalizer moniker here. Holy smokes. Let's see if there is a workaround.
We have a door here.
If there's a door to the south, this is where Zelda is. No!
But he finds a bomb wall.
A potential workaround. This has to be it. Come on. This has to be it for 8-Gen. Is there a shutter door here? I can't see. I can't tell. There is. That's it. GG to Adaginos. He's going to be the first. No! Jay Cooper sniped him! It's a photo finish! Who won?
SRL times. Jay Cooper with a 54.55. 8-Gen with a 54.53.
Ooh, by 2 seconds, 8-Gen holds on for one of the closest races we have ever seen here on Speed Gaming. An unbelievable finish. Jay Cooper nearly pulled off the come-from-behind victory, but it is 8-Gen who comes out on top by 2 seconds. Unbelievable.
There's a question in chat that I'm gonna ask. Does that count actually as a tie, or is that still, because it's 2 seconds difference, is that enough to say one way or the other? Because I forget what the time delineation on that was.
I thought it was 1 second, but I'm not 100% sure. The closest race we've ever had in a Zelda Randomizer tournament is 3 seconds. If you remember, that was the one between Chess Jerk and I believe Redbird Grad, was it?
I think it was JSR.
Oh, yes, it was JSR. Yes, I'm thinking of the wrong tournament. Yes, it was JSR and Chess Jerk. That was a 3-second race. So I know it's not 3 seconds. So it's either 2 or 1. And now on Redbird Grad's side, it's the Ganon fight as well for Thurwolf.
Thurwolf did use his potion as Redbird takes a death.
Wow.
And just when you thought the excitement was over, the excitement continues.
Absolutely. Now it's a battle for 3rd place. So this is interesting. Down goes the pig on Thurwolf's side of the board. We've got more bacon. So Thurwolf right now seems to be in prime position to finish 3rd amongst our featured runners.
You know, when we said this was going to be close, I don't think this is what we had in mind.
I never would have dreamed that this race would have come down to 2 seconds. That's the closest race I've ever called in my life. I don't know about you, Elso, but that was nuts.
Definitely an excellent way to show off this tournament that is coming up.
Oh, absolutely. Make sure you give all 4 of our feature runners here tonight a follow because they have been spectacular. Thurwolf trying to beat the clock to see if he can finish under an hour. Redbird back into Ganon's room here with 6 hearts. Got a stun lock, but he lost it. There's 3. There's 4. There's a stun lock. 6, 7, 8. Down goes the pig. More bacon and 1 more Triforce of Power. So now the race to Zelda is on yet again, folks.
Thurwolf is heading in the correct direction.
That is correct, because remember, it was quite the convoluted path to get to Zelda's room. You had to go around the shoot room, and yeah, he is very, very close now. Thurwolf, it's looking like he is going to finish in 3rd place. There is the shutter door automatically open for Thurwolf. So now get your GGs out for Thurwolf. He will finish in 3rd place amongst our featured runners. 3 sub-hours. Redbird Grad can still join them if he's able to find the path to Zelda's room, but right now he's not in the correct direction.
And it sounds like we have a double entry into the...
Yes, we do. Congratulations, 8-Gen and Jay Cooper. Unbelievable. 2 seconds separating you from victory tonight here on the showcase. One of the closest finishes, if not the closest finish we've ever had on Speed Gaming. Boy, congratulations. What a race.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
It was probably closer. I think I was thrown off for half a second and
yeah, according to your
didn't
split,
hit the button right away.
By the way, according to your splits, and I'm just basing it off of your splits, you're a half a second apart.
That could be because I might start the splits later. Like I start at player control on splits.
No, so this is what I'm showing. Adaginos 54.51.7. Jay Coper 54.52.2. That's half a second.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. What a race. It was virtually a race to Zelda's room and that convoluted mess to get there. I thought you had it outright to 8-gen, and then all of a sudden I'm looking on Jay Coper's screen like, oh my god, he's about to snipe. And then we look at the SRL times and you barely edged him. Wow, what a race.
I think the biggest takeaway from this is swordless is easy and everybody should join the tournament.
Well, we have been promoting it a few times here. The deadline is January 31st. We are starting the tournament in February 4th. And Thurwolf also here in the commentator's booth with us. GG, my friend, also a sub-hour for you. Well played. Wow, you guys, this is a jet seat, to say the least.
Yeah, 9 gave me the runaround. I had problems getting to Ganon. Zelda was fine. Once I got the hint, I just found the way to her, but then I ran out of keys, ran out of bombs, and well...
Well, and unfortunately, and we thought that this might come into play, the item in level 2 that you decided to pass up was the magical key.
As long as recorder wasn't required, I'm happy.
Yeah, recorder ended up not being required. It was in level 6. Did we ever find the second item in level 9?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think we found it either. We were down to 2 items. We never found out the item in level 5. One of the items in 9 is the magical boomerang. The book and the red ring are the only 2 items on my tracker that are left at large. And boy, that red ring... Adaginos, that red ring might have bailed you out the first time against Ganon, because those deaths were starting to pile up on you, Adaginos, and that was the opening Jay Coper needed to potentially snipe you, but he just fell short. Man, that was a race. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I was digging a bit for the red ring, but I didn't buy a potion, which I should have, and then that was a kind of a wonky Ganon pattern that first time around. It happens.
Yeah, so. And how is fighting Ganon with the wand any different than fighting him with the sword? Do you think the timing is the same, or do you think it's a little bit different?
It's a little bit different. I think the hitbox is a little bit smaller when you hit Ganon too, from what I understand. So it does make it a little bit more difficult to grab a stun lock, and that river room doesn't help, obviously. But
right,
it's just one of those things you have to adjust.
Yeah, because it seemed like all of our featured runners, and not just you, Adaginos, we're having a little bit of trouble trying to get a stun lock on Ganon. So yeah, I think the timing definitely is a little more difficult than it looks. I mean, sword, we've done it so many times. We can get a stun lock at will, but not as easy with the wand. But you guys made it work.
Yeah, basically, like, it's the equivalent of trying to use the hammer in Link to the Past. It's the hitbox for it on Ganon is really small, so it's not like normal where you can basically hit half the screen.
Right. Jay Coper, I want to talk to you about your situation. You had 6 Triforces on the board, and you had left the item behind in level 3, which happened to be the raft that you needed to get into level 7. Then you went back into level 3. I assume by this point you had everything else on your map marked off?
No. I had a hint that 7 was by a lake.
Oh, you found a hint regarding where level 7 was. I did not see that. So I was just about to say either you had full cleared the rest of Hyrule or you had some kind of instinct. But no, you found a hint. That hint saved your bacon there because you needed that raft to get to level 7. So you made a good play going back into level 3, getting that raft.
I mean, I only had like 3 overworld spots left, or 4 left.
Right.
So it wasn't a big difference in either way. But,
no. No, not at all. It looks like Redbird Grad is getting very warm now. He's about to find out that this isn't quite the path to get to Zelda's room, but if he just goes a few rooms to the east, that's not going to work, Redbird. That's where Zelda is.
I don't think he knows that.
That's right, because he doesn't have the compass, and he can't bump to the east from there.
So the thing that is different about fighting Ganon for me is just that the wand is really noisy, and if you're used to stun locking in this game, you do it a lot based on audio.
Right, audio
so it's just a different feel with with how the wand sounds versus the sword.
Redbird now knows that he cannot bomb to the east from here, but if he just makes a workaround to the right-hand side, if he bombs to the right here, oh, he's not going to bomb to the right.
He might be a little cautious about using his bombs because at the moment he's out of money, which means he can't use silvers to replace them on the Vires.
That is correct, because the wand will not take down a Vire because they have 4 HP. So you need a silver arrow or a magical sword. And of course, since we're not playing with swords, the only way to take down the Vires and get any drops from them is you have to use silver arrows. And we do have a 4th place finisher. It is Captain Green 7. His time was 63 minutes and 23 seconds.
So, the white sword bomb upgrade right next to 9 was interesting for a couple of reasons. When I saw the hint for it, I kind of beelined it, and I had 5 hearts, so I couldn't pick it up. And then I left it when I went into 9, because if I ran out of bombs in 9, then I could have jumped out and grabbed that and then went back in, because I had a good number of bombs going in.
Right.
The other thing that it did was it pushed me towards the Deadwoods earlier, which got me to level 4 in the wand.
Yep.
Otherwise, I might not have gone in there as early.
And I don't know if Redbird's taking a break or if he has decided to throw the towel in for this race, but we do have a 5th place finisher. It is Fury SK, 64 minutes and 47 seconds.
It looks like Redbird was just checking his map to see where he has and hasn't bombed yet to try to find the path to Zelda.
Right, that would also make sense. And we do also have a 6th place finisher, JWade614. His time is 65 minutes and 58 seconds.
So you guys had effectively go mode in the first, I don't know, what, 20 minutes, give or take, knowledge-wise?
Pretty close.
Except for the raft, I guess. I don't know. No, I didn't have go mode anywhere close to that. I didn't find 1 until pretty late, and that was where the bow was. But, I mean, it was still a pretty generous seed. You put the ladder and the bow in 1, and then you put the silvers in 8, and they were really easy to get to in 8, and there was a hint for them. And then there was a required raft, which was the only other item that was required, and it was in 3, and pretty easy to get to in 3. Not that there are spots in 3 that are difficult to get to usually. And then the wand in 4, like 2 rooms from start, of course.
And the Wizropes on the overworld meant no Wizropes in dungeons that we had to worry about, so...
Yeah. There were some pretty nasty screens, though. But I found there was also a hint for the bow and the ladder in 1, which I had super early. So I had wand at, like, I don't know, 14 minutes or something like that. And then I just had to find dungeons, but I knew that the bow and ladder was in 1. And then I already had the silvers out of 8, and I went and got the raft out of 3 right after going to 4. So I had basically everything by 20 minutes.
Yeah, level 1 and level 8, the hints gave you all of the information in those 2 very key levels there. So that was one of the big reasons that helped all of you beat the seed in under an hour. And it turns out you were the only 3 to pull that off.
The path to Zelda is fun.
Yeah. Zelda, of course, being the world-class hide-and-seek champion in Zelda Randomizer, she doesn't get the nickname Ice Queen from me for nothing, you guys.
No, I'm not gonna lie, near the end, before you guys had found the path, I was starting to think it was gonna be one of those lovely magic staircases.
And that wouldn't have surprised me at all. Looks like Redbird is getting closer to being on the right track here. Gotta use the bomb here, see if he can bomb to the left here, but he cannot. It looks like he's gonna intentionally kill himself and try a different path. Or, yeah, he's gonna go up an A.
Now, I must admit, Ganon has done quite a bit of work making sure his walls are rock solid.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Ganon is usually the one that builds these level 9s. The lone exception is when they're pink colored. Whenever I see pink level 9s, I'm saying this is the level 9 that Zelda painted.
You might think this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because those walls are rock steady.
Touche, Jen, touche. So now Redbird's got to rethink his strategy about how he's going to approach getting into Zelda's room.
I'm done for the night. GG's, guys. Have a good one.
See you there, Wolf. Good game, man.
All right, see you later, Thorwolf.
You have a good night, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out and do something else too. Feel free to take me down or whatever you gotta do. Good games.
Indeed, Jay
GG.
Coper. Great race from you, and we will see you again soon. You take care.
Redbird is once again on the right path. Which, real quick, let's give some shoutouts to our 4 featured runners, 8gen, Jay Coper, Thurwolf, and Redbird Grad for putting on an excellent race for us. I also want to give a shout out to my co-commentator, LOC Cards Fan 23, our tracker Jiggly Saint, and also the folks over at Speed Gaming for hosting us.
Of course, make sure you give my partner and also fellow competitor here, Elsoa999, a follow as well. He's going to be in the Swordless tournament coming up, and now Redbird is getting really close.
Yeah, he's on the right path now. It's just a couple of rooms.
Yeah, it's just the only kind of downer is that Zelda practically cost him, at the moment, 7 positions. We have 4 more finishers that have flowed in since the interview. Now he's going to get there. He is going to get there. Truant Gamer finished in 7th place this time with 66-22, followed by Catastrophe 70-16, Antlers right behind him at 70-18, and Shaddy in 10th 70-44. Now get your GGs out for Redbird Grad. Oh, he got sniped by Random Effect, who finished in 11th place. His time was 71-28. And what is the official SRL time for Redbird Grad?
It is 1:11:42. And
It's a good thing he got
This
a bomb
race-
drop off those stealth.
Yeah, he forced a bomb off the Stelphos. That's good counting there. I mean, Redbird Grad is a really good vanilla Zelda player in his own right. So to force a bomb off of that Stelphos, that's good control right there. That's knowing your bomb count.
And the almost immediate Outlands load up.
Yeah, something tells me I don't think we're going to get an interview, or are we? Yes, we do. We do have an interview here with Redbird Grad. GG to you. I'm sorry that Zelda decided to be an Ice Queen for you tonight, but you played a really good race.
Good game, man. Cannot hear you.
Yeah, I see that you're activated, but nothing's coming out. While we try to get Redbird's audio technical difficulties straightened out, I do want to remind you that the Zelda 1 Randomizer Swordless Tournament, the deadline for entries to register There you are, Redbird Grad. Welcome to the commentator's booth. GG to you. I must say, it was a 4-way race. All 4 of you were in level 9 at the same time, but Zelda ended up being an Ice Queen to you, unfortunately.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That's how my 9s go. I feel like I played really, really, really well, made great decisions pre-9. And then I walked in there and 9 was just level 9 like always.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the way it goes sometimes. It was a very convoluted path to get to Zelda's room, as you saw at the very end. You had a shoot room guarding one of her potential pathways. Only one way to get into a room, and you really had to make the path work out just to get there. But it is, again, all four of you tonight played extremely well, and all four of you could have been at the winner's podium tonight. That's how good this race was. It was a jet seed.
Yeah, it really was, especially if you went to 4 and then the Southwest first. I don't know how many people did that, but that's just kind of the way the Armos statues took you. So if you were like Armos first, it was natural progression.
Absolutely. It's like I said, it just boiled down to, and I mean, all of you had trouble with the Ganon fights in some fashion or another, because getting a stun lock, how would you describe trying to do a Ganon fight with a magical wand as opposed to your sword?
It's actually easier because the wand's hitbox is bigger. The timing of it is just a little bit different, but not really. Like it's very hard to explain, because if you use the same exact concepts as you use with the wood sword, you're going to be fine. But you hear the wand differently, it flies differently, and that type of thing. It makes you want to change up your rhythm. But if you just kind of calm down and luckily, because of the wand's hitbox, you can kind of catch him easier when he's coming south and moving. So it's an easier fight, to be honest.
That was some very good feedback there, because I think we've gotten some mixed opinions on that. Some say it's easier, some say it's harder.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why it would be harder the first few times you do it, but like if you just kind of are patient with it and just use the same concepts as the wood sword, you're fine. It's really a pretty easy.
So I must say, all four of our featured runners tonight really put up a clinic here, and they've proven why they're some of the top Zelda Randomizer runners in the world. I mean, I know level 9 didn't go the way you wanted it to go, but to me, that takes away nothing from how great you played this seed tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for calling it, and Speed Gaming for picking up stuff like that. Sorry I had some alerts go off in the middle of it, but that just it happens.
We actually had a little bit of fun with that. We were talking about how Tom Cruise feels the need for speed and all that jazz.
I will fight anybody that says Top Gun is not the best movie of all time.
Right. Okay, well, GG to you. Do you have any other thoughts or questions for Redbird Grad, Elsoa?
No. Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say real quick, though.
I mean, I was going to say no, but I mean, you kind of
I jumped in for him. I was just going to say, if you guys are not signed up for this tourney, get signed up. It's a lot of fun. The flag set's fun. It's very forgiving, too. There's some hard seats sometimes, but get in this tournament. Like, if you're even thinking about it, jump in it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Redbird Grad, and we'll definitely see you in the tournament. And boy, oh boy, if it's going to be anything like what we saw tonight, I think we're going to see a lot of nail-biting finishes, and if that's the case, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree. Thanks, guys, and thanks again for calling in and taking your night out. Appreciate it.
You bet, and you take care, and best of luck to you when the tournament comes around. All right, so that's going to do it for us here on Speed Gaming tonight. Elsoa, what can I say? This was one heck of a race to kick our Swordless tournament with.
Absolutely. With that said, let's once again give a shout out to our runners, Redbird Grad, 8gen, Thurwolf, and Jay Coper. We'll give a shout out to all of the crew behind the scenes, including my co-commentator, LZ Cards Fan 23, our tracker, Jiggly Saint, and all of the wonderful folks over at Speed Gaming for hosting us tonight.
Absolutely. And once again, make sure you give my commentator partner, Elsoa999, a follow as well. Again, he's going to be in the tournament, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And hey, Elsoa, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
You better believe it. So that's going to do it for us here tonight. So next week here on the Speed Gaming Zelda Randomizer Showcase, it potentially could be Groundhog Day flags. We have a question mark by it, so we may have that or we may have something else. But I will say this, Groundhog Day flags, they're a lot of fun. Basically, it boils down to this. You have 45 minutes to complete a seed, or in the first 45 minutes, usually it's to study a seed to see where everything is. After the 45 minutes are up, you have to start the seed over again from scratch, and that's where you got to memorize where everything is and try and get everything faster than you did the first time around. So it's going to be a lot of fun. If we do roll with that for next Sunday, I think you guys are going to enjoy it.
It's definitely a flag set where tracking is key.
No question about it. So that will do it tonight here on Speed Gaming. On behalf of our 4 runners tonight, Adaginos, Redbird, Grad, Thurwolf, and Jay Coper, for our tracker, Jiggly Saint, my co-commentator partner, Alsoa99, and everyone here on our Speed Gaming family of networks, I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. Have yourselves a great week, and we will see you again next time. So long, everybody.